Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. I am here today to tell you all the books that I read and listened to in the month of May. Comment below to tell me how many books did you read this month in May. Okay, so I will have finished 2 physical books and 4 audiobooks this month. So 6 total books. I am still working on one and I'm going to save that one for last. So first I'm going to talk to you about the physical book that I read, the other physical book that I read, which was Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. This year I'm on a journey to kind of discover different genres, and this is a fantasy genre, and had heard some good things about it on YouTube, so I was really excited to try that out. It wasn't bad. I think that if you like fantasy, you'll like this book. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I just kind of realized about halfway through, fantasy was not really my genre. I don't know, I was kind of forcing myself to finish it. So I did force myself to finish it, and funny enough, my puppy, because I got this book from the library, my puppy ate the corner of the book. So I had to replace the book, and I got to keep the bad book. So not only wasn't super crazy about the book, I now own it too. So, not super excited about that, but whatever. I think if you like fantasy and books about fairies and things like that, you will like this book, for sure. So check it out. Okay. One of the other audiobooks that I had was My Name is Lucy Barton by Elizabeth Strout. Elizabeth Strout wrote a book about Olive Kitteridge, something like that. And I had read that a long time ago, so I was intrigued to listen to this book, and it was okay. It's about Lucy Barton and kind of like some changes that she's gone through in her life, and just kind of navigating waters of a new life. And so I thought it was fine. I don't know if maybe I just wasn't fully committed to listening to it, so that may be part of the problem. I'm not sure. But the other 3 books that I listened to from audio were amazing. Like, I'm talking so good. The first one was Wayward by Amelia Hart. I almost wanted to say Earhart. Amelia Hart. And Wayward is a story that follows 3 women and 3 different time periods, and they're all related to each other. So it's like a generational thing. And there's, some witchcraft involved in their family, but not really for evil, but it's misunderstood. And really, I think the heart of the book is about a woman taking her stand and standing up for herself and making herself known. And I loved this book. It was very good. I gave it a 5 stars on Goodreads for sure. The next 2 that I listened to were autobiographies, and that's definitely not a genre that I can sit down and read. Like, I have Spare by Prince Henry, and I have that book. I'm having a hard time just making myself sit down and read that, but listening to an autobiography was very cool. The first one that I listened to was by Matthew Perry, and it's called Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. And it just really touched me so much, and the struggles that he's been through in his life with addiction to many different things. And so it really was a good testimony to how someone can rise from the ashes of addiction and fall just as quickly. And so he's done that several times in his life, and his addiction to drugs has really impacted his health and obviously his mental state. And so I found this book to be really fascinating. Just a commentary on on that issue of addiction for sure. I loved it. And the next one that I listened to was No Time Like the Future, An Optimist Considers Mortality by Michael J. Fox. And this was also like really impactful to me because he has gone through so much struggle just to live life for so long, because he was diagnosed with early onset Parkinson's in his 20s. So he's been fighting Parkinson's and the effects of Parkinson's for more than half of his life. So it's really, really a touching book. And the health struggles that he's gone through, I think how he put it was, people don't die from Parkinson's, you die from the things that are caused by Parkinson's. He's broken bones so many times because he's fallen and he can't, because of the mobility issues. Also, he was talking about how, he goes to speech therapy because as someone gets older with Parkinson's, their speech is affected. And so it was really impactful and meaningful to me, and it was so awesome to hear how optimistic he really is about his future. It's not a very exciting thing to look forward and know that eventually he's not going to be able to move, and he relies on people more and more just for everyday things the older that he gets, but he stays optimistic and positive about it. I'm sure as best as he can. So that was a really nice book. I enjoyed that. So in this month of May, I think I was just really like on a roll of let's read some books that are gonna like hit me where it hurts. Like I want to feel these books, and I really felt the Matthew Perry book, and I really felt the Michael J. Fox book. And there's another book that I was really hesitant to put on my TBR I was hesitant to put on my TBR because of the content and the triggers and all of the things. But it was also kind of an intriguing topic to me. And so when my daughter and I were shopping at Target and for Mother's Day, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to actually buy some books this weekend for myself. I'm trying not to buy a lot of books so I don't have a lot of stuff. I get them from the library. But for Mother's Day, I was like, I'm going to splurge. Like, I just want to go pick out some books. And I saw this book at Target, and there was only one left. And I said, okay, I'm going to get that book. And it is called My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. And I forget that A Clockwork Reader, I think her channel is A Clockwork Reader. She read this book and recommended this book. And this is the one I'm not finished with yet, but I'm setting my goal to finish it today and tomorrow. So I have it set to finish by Monday when this video goes live. Okay, so anyway, the way that the girl at A Clockwork Reader describes this book, it is a very, very hurtful book and a frustrating book. And when you're reading this book, sometimes I feel the same way she does. I want to scream at this girl, Vanessa. It is all about Vanessa, who goes away to a boarding school, and one of the professors at her school starts to take advantage of her, and he's grooming her to sort of be okay with their relationship, and little crumbs along the way of how he continues to kind of like, if she seems to start to realize that what's going on is not okay, he will bring her back in with some words that he just throws at her, and she falls for it. Even into her adulthood, she's still under his spell. At the point where I'm at right now, she's still under his spell of it was love, and she was special, and it really was a meaningful relationship, and he really loves her. But as you're going to probably see, I'm assuming later on, I hope that she comes to the realization that this was wrong what he did to her, and she doesn't want to speak out about this situation that she went through. She doesn't want to speak out about it because she doesn't want to admit that it was wrong. And so she's still very much in this dark place about the situation. And so yes, I bought this because I wanted to feel the anger and the frustration of this. And I think that something like this and reading something like this will hopefully help me to be able to educate my daughter, who is 11. Vanessa in this story is 15 when all of these things are happening to her. I'm hoping that it will be able to open up as my daughter gets older, opening up some conversations with her as far as right and wrong love, and appropriate touch and not appropriate touch, and the boundaries that you need to set as a young woman growing up in today's society. So I willingly took on this book because I wanted to feel it. And even on the front cover, People Magazine says timely, riveting, heartbreaking, and it is. And this is a good book so far. I'm enjoying it as good as I can, and it is doing exactly what it's supposed to do for me. It's hitting me where it hurts, and it's saying really important things about this topic of inappropriate relationships and how far can one person go in a relationship to where we're pushing that boundary of abuse. So I'm enjoying it in a non-fun way, I guess is kind of what I'm saying. So if you have read any of these books, please share your thoughts with me in the comments below, and give this video a like if you were inspired to read any of these books. I will see you in my next video. Bye!